6 billion pounds. That is the precise weight of used coffee grounds discarded in the United States every single year. Picture an endless convoy of garbage trucks stuffed to the brim, running from New York City all the way to Los Angeles, then reversing the route back again. Nearly all of this material ends up sealed inside plastic trash bags, buried deep beneath layers of ordinary waste, locked away in total darkness. Down there, it serves no purpose. It supports nothing, nourishes no living thing, and returns nothing to the soil where it was first grown. Meanwhile, just steps from your home, the soil in your garden is compacted, depleted, and starving for the exact material that was just thrown away. There is a reality few people discuss. When spent coffee grounds come into contact with living soil, they trigger a powerful sequence of biological reactions. The intensity is so high that within a single month, the earth below undergoes a dramatic transformation. Microorganisms shift, soil structure changes, earthworms migrate from across the yard to reach it. Plant growth begins to exceed anything produced by costly bags of commercial fertilizer. This is not a novelty recycling idea or a passing online trend. It is a real biological process, and it carries a surprise that even longtime gardeners rarely expect: the acidity myth. For decades, growers have repeated the same warning. Coffee is acidic, they say, so it belongs only near acid-loving plants such as blueberries, azaleas, or hydrangeas. This advice has traveled across back fences, garden centers, and magazines for more than half a century. On the surface, it sounds reasonable. Coffee tastes acidic. Many people even switch to low-acid blends to avoid stomach discomfort. It seems logical that the soggy grounds left behind would be loaded with acid. But that assumption is wrong. The organic acids inside coffee beans dissolve easily in water. When hot water passes through the grounds during brewing, nearly all of that acid is carried into the cup. The liquid is acidic, the used grounds are not. When tested with a standard soil meter, those damp leftovers typically register between 6.5 and 6.8 on the pH scale. Neutral soil sits at 7. That means used coffee grounds are close enough to neutral that the difference is irrelevant in a normal garden. They will not scorch delicate plants. They will not destabilize raised beds or container soil. No matter how much is applied, hydrangea blooms will not shift color from pink to blue. Living soil constantly buffers itself, protecting the underground ecosystem from sudden chemical swings. One of the most trusted pieces of gardening advice ever passed down is built on a misunderstanding. Because of that single error, millions of people have overlooked a free and effective soil amendment sitting on their kitchen counter every morning. Correcting the acidity myth is only the starting point. The real story begins the moment those grounds touch the soil. The first week underground is chaos. Imagine a handful of dark, damp coffee grounds scattered across a garden bed and lightly mixed into the top layer of earth. On the surface, nothing appears to change. The soil looks the same. It feels the same, but just beneath that layer, unseen and silent, a clock starts ticking. Over the next 30 days, the physical nature of that soil will be permanently altered. Used coffee grounds are not empty waste. They are dense with nutrients. Laboratory tests consistently show a nitrogen content near 2% by weight, comparable to many bagged animal manures. They also contain phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, and copper. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that deliver a sharp chemical hit and then wash into waterways within days, coffee grounds release nutrients slowly and naturally. The soil receives a sustained meal. Nearby water sources remain clean. Days 1 through 7 mark the invasion phase. Coffee grounds enter the soil with a carbon to nitrogen ratio close to 20 to 1. In microbiology, that balance is ideal for explosive microbial growth. Within hours, fungi and bacteria detect a fresh food supply and begin multiplying at extreme speed. Every inch of surrounding soil becomes a feeding zone. Then comes the twist that catches experienced growers off guard. To break down the complex organic material in the grounds, microbes need extra energy. They take it by force, pulling available nitrogen from the surrounding soil. Soil scientists call this nitrogen immobilization. To someone unaware of the underground process, the surface symptoms look alarming. Between day 7 and day 21, nitrogen theft peaks. Plants growing above may show stress. Older leaves fade toward yellow. Growth slows or stalls. The entire bed can appear weak or unhealthy. Many people panic at this stage, blame the coffee grounds, dig them out, and abandon the practice entirely. That reaction costs them the payoff, because the final act arrives only a few days later. Around day 25 to day 30, the underground drama reaches its conclusion. The microbes finish their work. Nitrogen is released back into the soil. Structure improves. Worm activity surges. The earth becomes richer, looser, and more alive than before. And the transformation is already locked in. Please leave your thoughts about this content in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.